Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a True Nerd, and welcome back to Morrowind. Well, last time, we learnt a lot about the Nerevarine prophecies, and it turns out, yes, becoming the Nerevarine might be a bit on the complicated side. There's a lot of prophecies, and some of them, even the Nerevarine Oracle doesn't understand, and others, we just don't have. They've been lost at some point, so, right, while Caius is trying to come up with a plan to deal with that nonsense, my job is to take the fight to the enemy, Dagoth. A six-house base has been found near Gnarmok, and Caius did repeatedly stress, hey, be careful, this might be a bloody nightmare in terms of difficulty, so, right. Step 1, we're reporting into, yes, the Imperials right here at Buckmoth Fort, because, by the sounds of it, they might know something about what's going on here. Here we go, Rysopulia, you're who we're looking for, though, bear in mind, John, this is the Empire, which means we have to do this right, okay? I'm a member of this faction, which means before we speak to people, I need to put on the right armor. In fact, I'm pretty sure, yes, that's the exact same armor you're wearing, so hopefully you'll be willing to do business with me. And luckily, you're right. She doesn't need to be talked around, she knew I was coming. Caius Cosades sent you, Caius says you're the one to deal with this six-house base, so, right. Only one trooper returned, he died soon after, horribly disfigured with corpus disease, so, yeah. That we knew about already. There's like corpus monsters floating around in six-house bases we've seen previously, so, okay. He mentioned a cavern, called it Ilunibi. It's not on our maps, so try asking the locals in Gnarmok. They fought with cultists and disfigured man-beasts. Corpus monsters, I think, so, okay. Luckily, because yeah, I've engaged in fights in six-house bases before, I know partly what she's talking about already. The bigger problem is, yes, a half-a-man creature named Dagoth Gares, and given, you know, the devil is called Dagoth, I feel like the title, Dagoth, is, yes, something of great concern, absolutely. And okay, as the crow flies, Gnarmok is really not far from where we are, so yeah, I may just head there on foot, but before we do, I'm currently inside an Imperial Legion fort, and I am very much in possession of the right skills to get myself promoted, so just gonna have, you know, a quick poke around, see if I can find any quest givers. Okay, Imsun the Dreamer, I spoke to her, and immediately, yes, she's asked me about Jonkiss Max Power, the guy who I rescued from a Daedric shrine like many moons ago, so okay, I'm assuming you were about to ask me to go and rescue him, so basically, you're very welcome, I will now accept your money and promotions. And instead, the next mission is, right, I need you to bring me a maiden's token. The outcast Telvarni Verona Nellas is blackmailing a buoyant armature. Verona Nellas has an embroidered glove which was given to this armature as a token of affection. It would cause a scandal if it were known that they're lovers. Go to Asumanu, which is southeast of Aldradania, and recover the glove at all costs, so, okay. That may be a mission that, yes, puts me into conflict with House Telvarni, which might be a problem given, yeah, I don't really want to cause trouble with them. Right, if I'm near that bit of the world, and speaking of which, where is that? Western tip of a large island west of Gorad. So, right, way up top. Next time I'm passing by, might give that a look-see, not going there right now. What I will do, though, is, yes, speak to the priest nearby, because you are not just a spell salesman, but also a spellmaker, and okay. If we're going into, like, you know, a dangerous situation right now, there are a couple of spells I wouldn't mind investigating in terms of, yes, creating some new toys. Oh, a feather spell. I was saying I needed one of them for, you know, situations where I'm just carrying too much bloody loot. Though, 10 seconds doesn't feel great, in a way. Then again, I suppose, you know, that just lets me teleport back to town and walk to the nearest shop. Like, that's probably useful to have in hand. Okay, step 1. Yes, big group area damage. This has been working pretty well for me. Froststorm's been doing a great job. But yeah, it's doing 1 to 10 damage in 10 feet for 10 seconds. As you can see, I can very easily cast that, so I think it's time to, yes, make something a little bit more meaty. And interestingly, yeah, area makes like almost no difference in terms of, chance to cast successfully, so we may as well, whack that up to 20 feet, why not? Duration 10 seconds, 10 to 20 as opposed to 1 to 10, so like, double the damage basically. And yeah, hits a wider area too. And sure, 72 chance to succeed doesn't sound like much, but I swear it's always better than that, because, my willpower's being boosted by the Mentor's Ring, I've got another ring that boosts destruction further, so, yeah. I feel like that is gonna be just fine, and, I was about to just call this, something simple, like Firestorm, but I feel like that would be overselling it, given we're definitely gonna be able to do better than this later. I'm just gonna say Emberstorm. Okay, it still sounds badass, but there's space to go up. And one more thing I'd like to do as well, which is, yes, the Amulet of Mighty Blows. I love this thing. I use it a lot, but is it possible that, I could do better than what this amulet can do? Because this is giving me between 5 and 20 for 30 seconds to my strength stats. But I could just create a magical spell that lets me fortify my attributes as well. So okay, guaranteeing 20 for the same duration, that's not bad. What does just increasing the upper limit a tiny amount do? Really not much, actually. Yeah, I'm going to take between 20 and 30 for 30 seconds. Welcome to the spellbook, Aria Smash, though... Right, while we're talking about, fortify attributes, let's discuss one thing I have seen showing up in the comments a lot, which is, yes, something a little bit naughty I could potentially be doing. Which is, yes, personality. Bear in mind, of course, when you speak to someone in this game, time freezes, meaning, in theory, what you could do is simply fortify your personality for 1 second and then speak to someone. And then, for the entire conversation, you would functionally have plus 100 to personality, and I consider that a bit on the dodgy side. I feel like, maybe what I'll say is, I'm not willing to accept a spell of less than, say, 20 seconds, just for the sake of fairness. So, yeah, we might come back to personality down the line. Right, that done. Just, yes, dump my useless Imperial Macajibble right here so we can pick it up if we ever come back to you later, and away we go. And I was going to pick up some, yes, health potions on the way out, but it turns out their alchemist here is terrible. He's just absolutely dreadful. That is a terrible potion, so, right. I need to find, yes, some ingredients so I can make my own potions, not least as... I've got some new equipment to test out, that is true. Okay, just mosey up the road to, yes, Oldroom, because if nothing else, we've got something to turn in there, I believe. Here we go, my favourite faction, the Temple. So, I successfully showed compassion to that orc who we healed, and on top of that, yes, I didn't even need to use the potion, so you can have that right back too. Beautiful, so... there we go, you've performed beyond my expectations. You are resourceful as well as compassionate. Are you ready for further duties? And, possibly, but first... Okay, need more duties, you'll soon be rewarded. Gotcha. Oh, and here's interesting. So apparently, yes, the temple's got something to do with the Nerevarine as well. A man in Soran is a false incarnate, so, yes, this is like, a failed Nerevarine or something. Elvil Vidron in Soran claims to be the Nerevarine, and is making prophecies of doom. Clearly, he is a heretic. Convince him he is mistaken, or if all else fails, prove it by killing him. If he's the true Nerevarine, he is protected by prophecy, and cannot die, so... okay, if that's true, that strongly suggests I'm not the Nerevarine, because, seriously, I have died a lot. If it wasn't for the save and load function, I would be dead 1,000 times over, so... right, that's strong evidence pointing against me being the Nerevarine. Yes, on this occasion, the problem for them isn't that this guy isn't the real Nerevarine, it's that, anyone's claiming to be the Nerevarine at all, because, as far as the Tribunal Temple's concerned, yeah, the Nerevarines heresy. So, Right, probably best we go talk to this guy before the temple sends someone else who's a bit more murder happy. And bare minimum, yeah, they're selling much better health potions over here in the temple. Okay, but I do have some basic resources here, so here's what we're gonna do, okay? I've got my stamina back up to maximum. So just pop on the Ring of Alchemy, make sure that's in place, so yeah, that should get my alchemy up to 42. Not bad at all. Now take my brand new Grandmaster Sandwich Maker, and okay, it's time to see how good the potions we're making these days are. Okay, I got one out of the Wickwheat. Tiny bit unlucky, but it'll do. Now, this is probably going to be really, really good. It better be bloody good, by the way. So, hang on. 10 points for 21 seconds. I'm guessing that's mine right there. So, I mean, that's not bad. My entire health meter is only 138. So, that's my entire meter 1.5 times over. The only problem being, yeah, 10. It's fine, but really ideally I'd like more than 10 per second, but it's gonna have to do. And with my destruction ring back on, hang on. Yeah, Ember Storm is literally 100% chance to cast. Lovely, though. Okay, it's expensive. You can't cast that too many times. Gotcha. And Aria Smash is up to 90 thanks to my boosted willpower. So, yeah, as long as I cast that before the fight begins, which is what you should be doing anyway, okay, we should be able to reliably cast that, getting my strength well over 100. Just in case of absolute emergencies, yeah, on the way out of town, I'm picking up a couple of jugs of Sujamma, just in case, you know, I really need to go all out to deal with this Dagoth chappie. Though yes, thinking about it, though I could go on foot and it's really not that far, as they do say on all the Silk Striders, why walk when you can ride? Because, hang on. You take me to Balmora. Balmora takes me to Vivek, though, you know what, while I'm literally passing by and whatnot, Saran, as it's like right there, I may as well deal with this, yes, false Nerevarine business, given I'm the Nerevarine, or possibly I'm not, possibly I just think I am, it's kind of unclear. So yeah, I just need to track down Elvil Vidron. Literally the first person I run into, so, hello there, Mr. Vidron. So, I've got bad news, which is, you're not the Nerevarine, because I'm the Nerevarine, possibly anyway, so, I mean, he's not wrong. The Red Mountain does spread ash and blood, but then again, it kind of always did that. That was kind of the entire point of it, the ghost fence, all the rest of it. So that's not really news. Sinners gather at the house. The time of the incarnate is at hand. I mean, he's not technically wrong. It would be kind of hilarious if this guy was actually supposed to be the real Nerevarine, and I'm just some guy who, one, happens to match the basic criteria in terms of birth, and yes, as for the rest of it, I'm just a Bethesda protagonist, so I'm basically able to bluff my way past all the trials. Like, it would be amazing if, canonically, this guy was actually supposed to be the Nerevarine. So, okay. Tell me more about Red Mountain. He won't because he hates me. Right, so you, sir, need to be... I'm not taking your money, get lost. Please have money. I'm trying to give you money. Please just, there we go, more money, just there we go, now we're starting to get somewhere with you, up to 60, hopefully now we can lower this to 10, right, now we're 70, that's normally a good level, where they're willing to be a bit more chill with me, and let's have a nice chat about, yes, the Nerevarine. Hilariously, he's not got special dialogue for the Nerevarine. He just actually gives the generic dialogue everyone does, which is marvellous. And while I'm actually, you know, here, and have got people to like me and whatnot, there was that slave business here, long ago, Harjay, who I was supposed to be, yes, dealing with, and this guy is telling me specifically, the slave market owner, he'd be able to fill me in, so, right, I'm back, I'm loaded, I can now get some answers to that question, because I strongly suspect, yes, the Argonian who was hired to track down a Harj is in fact Harj. In fact, thinking about it, yes, Harj probably means hides his eyes, doesn't it? Like, you know, they feel quite similar in a way. Anyway, let's get back to, yes, this whole false incarnate business. You disbelieve, I know my destiny. You'll have a hard time proving otherwise. I've seen the message in the dream. Have you not also experienced the waking dream? So, okay, the lad's having dreams too. Maybe you are the Nerevarine, and I'm just the fake, it's hard to say. So, okay. I have seen a dream, but you weren't in it, my friends. Who then, if not myself? There must be meaning to these dreams. Maybe you're right, your words have guided me. I will seek penance for my sins, forgive me, and thank you. So, right, nice, easy solution to that business. Marvellous. But yes, while I'm here in Saran, I think the slave market was right here at the front door, if I recall correctly. There we go. Right, you, sir. Now that we are richer, we could just toss some money at you. Go down to smaller currencies if we can. Lovely, just 10. So 40, bloody hell, back up to 100. Just get him up to 74. There's a good thing right there. So, okay. You know something about, yes, Harj and hides his eyes. Here we go. Hides his eyes. Don't know him, Argonian, right? Sounds like an Argonian name. Not his real name, of course, but that's the way of things. And of course, it's just a translation. That would translate to something like Hargicius, Hargicesus, or maybe Harj. Literal translations could get a bit awkward, so, right. As I suspected, Harj and hides his eyes are the same person. And now I can, well, not really prove it, but I guess I do know it. Okay, back to hides his eyes, and this is important because I am not happy with the amount of slavery going on here in Vardenfell. And I know there is an organisation called the Twin Lamps dealing with it. And if there's one person in the world who I've met who might be a member and might be able to tell me more, it's this guy right here. So, right, you, sir. Don't worry about, like, you know, me and my intentions. Here's some gold, etc., etc. And there's some speechcraft too, lovely. So, okay. You, sir. I know who you are, and I like you, so don't worry about it. You found my secret, I'll not try to hide it from you. I am the one the bounty hunter seeks. What of it? He would take me back to the slavers, and that is not for me. So I dragged him around the wilderness for a while. What of it? Does he not deserve it, the drunken fool? And he paid me well. So you know my secret. What are you going to do with it? And don't you worry, I like you. Me and you should be friends. Can I come and join the Twin Lamps, please? You are a good friend. I thank you. I will let others know what you have done for me today, and okay, now that sounds positive. That definitely sounds like he's going to tell the other people in the Twin Lamps about me. Right, with that business done, while we're just passing by and whatnot, you, madam, take me to Vivek, because at Vivek I can, yes, change on to the boat network, which could get me straight to a Hlar Ode, and from there straight to Gnarmok. Brilliant. So okay, the locals like me well enough. I have done some work locally. I also killed their local hero, but luckily they don't seem to have realised that, so okay, fine. I'm willing to, like, you know, slip a tiny bit of money into your pocket, though, you know what? My speechcraft is going in the right direction. I'm just going to try and admire you, because if it doesn't work, I can just find someone else to admire, and okay, I just saved myself 100 gold right there. Beautiful. So, okay. Ilunibi. That's what they call the old sea cave at the north end of the island. Right on a card tag point. Don't be poking your nose in there. Someone might object. So, okay, tell me about, yes, the point. It's on the western coast and not far from here. There's a gigantic boulder. Some orcs consider it a landmark. Why? I don't know. Some orc or another jumped off on a dare. It didn't end well, so okay, that might be of interest to me, given I'm an orc too and whatnot. But there we go, there's Cartagena Point right on the map here, just over the water from, yeah, Gnarmok. So, Go there. There should be a sea cave somewhere nearby, nice and obvious. Okay, but she did say, yeah, the cave in question was on the north end of this island. But it looks like, yeah, from the map, the rock is over the water. So, hang on. Hang on. Also, John, be ready to deal with, like, you know, local trouble and whatnot. Now, are you... Okay. Ilunibi. Carcass of the Saint. Ominous bloody name, but whatever. So, okay, before we get to that, someone did just mention, yeah, a giant rock here. Cartake Point. And whatever it is, it's important enough that it suddenly appeared on my map, and generally, that means, yeah, it's worth going to have a bit of a loot-see at. So, okay. Giant rock, which at some point, an orc tossed himself off. So, okay, we just hang on. We're also, as did I. Possibly the original orc also did it by mistake. It's hard to say. You know what, buddy? You are gonna get, right now, get my hands out, an Ember Storm. So, oh yeah, that'll flippin' do the job. Okay, that's some good damage over time. So, okay, mosey about here. You're about to fall in the water, John. Maybe go back over to, you know, your water walking. Just refresh that for a second, please, because the fish are always ready to ambush you the moment you fall in the water. You see, right there, they're just chilling out right there, causing trouble for me. So, okay, best as I can tell, it's just, you know, a really, really bloody big rock. Don't see anything particularly of interest about it. So, okay, possibly, yes, there's something else going on. Well, then again, there is right here a shipwreck. Could be associated with it. Alright, just a mosey inside the cabin here, and blimey, things are a bit, right, sideways in this bit of the world. Got it. Everything's sort of fallen over a tiny amount. I'll tell you what, though. 3 pearls, so that is not bad. That's good money. And drug wax is valuable too. So, honestly, even if this is, yeah, nothing to do with the mysterious orc who once tossed himself off the rock, we've made some good money just by popping inside. Though, okay. While we're here, go over to, yes, water breathing, because I swear this game just spawns fish to attack you the moment you step into the water. But yes, as I was bloody saying, get my flipping water breathing out. We're going deeper into this boat. By the looks of it, yes, this is going to be very, very much underwater. So in we... Every time. Every cooking time. Excuse me. Naff off! Maybe also get some light going on here. There we go. Much better. So, okay. What precisely was going on? Well, 1 more fish. You hadn't noticed me previously. Lovely. Hang on, a cloth sack. Giant piles of money. Never gonna say no to a giant pile of money. Also, probably keep my water breathing active, ready for any more trouble. And further down, a nice little pile of soul gems too. Okay, probably gonna be very useful down the line. Down we go to the bottom. Obviously, more cooking things going on here too. More fish. And John, can't breathe. Get your water breathing back on, please. Water breathing back on. Thank you. So just get that sorted out. And, right. Feels like some people maybe, yes, died down here. Possibly this ship was transporting slaves, hence why these people were trapped in the lower holds. Well, bright new day. Got my magic back, and whatever secret Cartake Point contains, I do not know what it is right now. So, right. We're pretty much as strong as we can be. Let's mosey back across the water. And yes, go inside that cave. Because apparently, something nasty with the name Dagoth is waiting for me inside. So, okay. In we go to the Carcass of the Saint. And what I'm expecting to see, of course, is red candles. Stuff like that. For the time being, though. Right. Water going down, and hang on. That looks sort of red over there. So, okay, this is just a water here by the looks of it. Have a bit of a poke around, not seeing anything there, so... Okay. Question is, how bad is the situation? And how nasty is a Dagoth Gares? And also, is that his name, or like, species, a type of thing you become thanks to, yes, the whole corpus disease? I don't know, but, right. We've got some people coming in right now. No need to, yes, use my hammer for the time being. These are just the basic lads, though, John, they're Dunmer. This is like a big Dunmer cult. Your fire magic isn't going to be useful here. They resist that. Which is a shame because my main hammer and also most of my most powerful spells are all kind of, you know, based around, fire. Oh, I didn't think this through, did I? Okay, crack out Mind the Zap just for now, just to take out all of you. This is probably massively overkill, but we can always fall back and rest if need be. Okay. Looks like we've got a bit of a maze on our hands here. Question is, yes, how many people are where? What's going on with, right, people have been coming in, venturing, etc., etc., and it's another Silver Staff of Reckoning. Right, so possibly, you know, this is just a type of staff that can spawn in the world. The one I saw in the previous cave, which actually was another 6-house cave. Like, that was the base where I had to levitate into the side passageway. There was this staff here, though. Now I've got a better one that does a whole, 10 seconds, which strikes me as much better. So, okay, we just need to navigate about and figure out how we're going to get deeper and deeper into this location. Try this way next, and trying to get caught in deep water if you can avoid it. So, if it's just basic sleepers, that's fine. Okay, they go down to basically anything. They're just fanatics, and you're not. You're like an Ash... vampire slave summing, so just a closer distance and zap you. And that did... Oh, that's concerning. That's very concerning, actually. Just finish him off, finish him off. Okay, John. This may be a nastier ash vampire than you've encountered previously. So just... Let's try that again. But, like, okay, the ones that aren't sleepers, don't underestimate them. Got it. Okay. I've got a planner here, which is, given we just want to get up to this guy and then whack him, how about I use my special magical ring that lets me go invisible and also speed up a bit. So, nice and invisible, nice and sneaky. Do I actually need to be like... Okay, I think I immediately broke my thing, but that's fine, I'm still faster, so just get up to him, get up to him, get up to him, and go! Okay. One good solid hammering will put him down, though he puts a lot, and I do mean a lot, of fire damage over time on you. So okay, once again, Caius wasn't bloody kidding. And right, we can go deeper down into the tainted marrow. Let's not worry about that for now. In fact, John, save the charge on that weapon. Okay, go over to your nice summoned McGibbles. That will be, yes, good for training conjuration, and having your shield out means certain attacks just won't do anything, though shields, I think, can't help against magic, because, if magic hits, it just hits. So, right, we've been up that way, that was the starting location. Any more down in this side of the cavern, just out of interest, because, there might be multiple, here we go. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Just skip forward. Ash Slave. Okay, just take go. No. No, no, no. Just keep hitting him. Blimey. Not as bad. Nowhere near as much damage on that occasion. And you're guarding a door too. This is Marowak's Spine. Okay. Fascinating. So there's multiple locations I could go to. This place is apparently a bit of a maze. Though in a perfect world, what I need is, the ability to resist magic. Just avoid attacks by going into... Yep, there we go. hover is going to work. And, oh, hello, there's also clan fears. That's fine. A couple of good boops will take care of them. Okay. Are we... Oh, hang on. You're a corpus, aren't you? So, okay. Just give you a good whack too. We are in control for the time being. But if I got swarmed by, yeah, all three of them at the same time, wouldn't necessarily fancy my chances. So, we're in the Marowak area right now. That goes to... Right, that's Tainted Marrow in that direction. So, that's the other area. We saw the other side, just to make sure we understand how everything fits together here. Yeah, a fire at the end probably means that's a dead end. So, okay. Nothing much going on here. Let's go in a little bit deeper. And yeah, just keep summoning lovely bound weapons. Because bound weapons come with, yeah, plus 10 to the relevant skill. So, that boosts my blunt weapon to 81. Blend that with, yeah, my agility at 71, though... I could have sworn my agility was supposed to be higher than that, actually. Oh. Someone's done something to my agility. Well, I'm glad I fucking noticed that early on, because... Okay, you're not getting away with that. I could do something about that. This is why we bought all the bloody things. So, that's better. So, right, keep an eye on your stats when you're taking on monsters and whatnot, because some of them can drain your strength, your agility, all sorts of bits and pieces. Bad time right there for, you know, my flipping a bound weapon to drop off. Possibly I should make, like, a new bound spell that lasts a bit longer to avoid precisely that occurring. So, is my shield set? My shield is set. Hello there, you're just a corpus. That's not a problem. Just give you a whack, and if need be, I can cure corpus if I contract it. So, that's you dead, I see. That's just a sleeper in their underwear, too, in fact, but that's absolutely fine. Just taking you guys out. A couple of hits will take care of you. Beautiful. Any more for any more? Okay, slightly bigger camp right here. Another dead adventurer too. Oh, and I tell you what, 2 bits of orcish gear, the helmet in particular, very, very valuable. Thank you very much, good sir. So, okay. We're deeper in Marowak right now. We've just completely ignored the tainted... I was about to say tainted marrow. Was marrow in both, or am I just making that up? So, okay, eyes open. I'm not seeing anything else here aside from 2 more doors. So that probably goes back to the tainted thing. No, that's blackened heart, which to me feels like... Oh, okay. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Just get out a brand new thing right here. Hello there. No trouble. No trouble at all. Down you go. Blackened heart, if I had to guess, would be the center. And that's back to tainted marrow. So possibly, yeah, there's 2 routes that could get you to this point where you could get into the blackened heart, which has got to be the center, based purely on, you know, dramatic naming protocols. Now, if I was naming my evil lair, I would definitely, like, you know, just put a bigger spike trap behind the door, labelled Blackened Heart, as basically a bigger foolproof hero trap. Meanwhile, I myself would live in the door that was labelled Cleaning Supplies, because that's the door the hero wouldn't go through. But, okay, not my evil lair, don't worry about it. But okay, everyone's dead, so we can rest here till I'm in a tip-top shape. Are we ready for Blackened Heart? Probably not, but okay. Crack out the good stuff. My main hammer, which has probably got a little bit of charge on it, so yeah, we can do some bonus damage with that at least. So okay, this is definitely going further downwards. Plenty of candles, etc., etc. And no trouble, friend. No trouble. No trouble. Down you go. Okay. Those guys can hit pretty bloody hard. We're okay for now, but yeah, seriously. The magic of even basic ash slaves is not a joke, and... is that a skeleton? I think that's a skeleton. Yep, that's just a basic skeleton. That's absolutely fine. So just keep on keeping on. Take out the basics. Probably a champion. Down you go. So okay, just be ready for trouble. Because I feel like we're definitely getting down towards the bottom. Like, if there's water on the ground, yeah, there's only so much further we could go down because we'd be underwater. I think I see one more round the corner. Here, down you go. So, right, that's you nice and dead. And is that just a Moor over there? No, that's a Dremora, I think. So, right. Potentially things are going to get nastier yet. Okay, I'm going to activate Aria Smash right now. So that's me, nice and strong. If there are Dremora to deal with, just check the side passages too. There might be hello over there. No trouble, no trouble, no trouble. Jump him! And, oh yeah, now we're one-shotting them with the advantage of 113 on the old strength. Beautiful. Now, there was definitely what I think was a Dremora. Hello there, Dremora friend. No trouble, no trouble. Down you go. Lovely. Now this feels like, you know, the sort of ramp that leads to an evil overlord. Like, those are evil overlord signifying flames. So, okay. Mosey around the corner and, oh dear. There was something beyond Blackened Heart. Soul's Rattle. Brilliant. In we go. And, right, step one is just a Corpus Chappie. So, right, we're already out of charge for this thing, unfortunately. But yeah, if my targets in terms of the main ones are Dunmer, and this is basically a big Dunmery cult, then yeah, that wouldn't be that helpful. Oh dear, that's a Daedroth. That's not to be underestimated. They can poison you like crazy. Okay. Let's get some healing going on, because that poison might last another, like, 10 seconds or something yet. So just counteract that, please. Lovely. I need a more powerful healing spell. Like, this has been an amazing spell, but at this point, yeah, I've just got way more hit points, so it's not doing the job anymore. Still, I think I see where I'm supposed to be going, because, yeah, follow those lights. They'll lead you in. Oh, blimey. That's... Oh, hello! Sorry, didn't realise you were there. Just got snuck up on by a random naked Dunmer. No trouble, friend. No trouble. Right, there's definitely... Oh, hello! Okay, so I found Dagoth Gares, and he's confident enough in his abilities to monologue at me. The 6th house greets you, Lord Nerevar. So, oh! Okay, well, they think I'm Nerevar. That's nice. I'm known as Dagoth Gares, priest of the Ilunibi shrine, and minister to the 6th house servants. My lord Dagother has informed me of your coming. I wish that this time you would come to honour your lord's friendship, not to betray it. So, okay, he is speaking to me as if he's speaking to Lord Nerevar. And, okay, let's get, yes, his take on this whole cult. He might be about to monologue some really useful information at me. So, okay, the 6th house itself are pretty much what we already know. Their plan is rise up, sweep away the outsiders, etc., etc. Though, fascinatingly, now I think about it, that's actually a very similar thing to what people are expecting Nerevar to do. Okay, that might be something worth keeping in mind. As for the shrine, right, just one of their many bases. I've stumbled across these before, of course. I know the location of at least 2 others. Probably 3, given that one I found in the Ashlands way back in the day, where, yeah, my very first Ash slave completely flipping destroyed me. But yeah, just a place where his servants hang out. Nothing we didn't already know, to be honest. Forgive the rude welcome, but until you have declared for us, we must treat you as our enemy. The sleepers and dreamers are newly come to Lord Dagoth, and are not yet blessed with his power. But the children of his flesh, they are deep in the heart of his mysteries. Their bodies swell to contain his glory, and to yield the rich sacraments of our Lord's feasts. And we are the least of his servants, for ash poets, ascended sleepers, and ash vampires stand above us in the Lord's bountiful grace. So, right. He's still only just the warm-up. Apparently there's multiple classes of enemy above him. Poets, ascended sleepers, and ash vampires in particular. And just basic vampires are nasty enough. And speaking of, yes, the close connection between what people expect of Nerevar and the 6th house, Lord Dagoth gives me these words to say to you, so you may give them thought. Once we were friends and brothers, Lord Nerevar, in peace and war. Yet beneath the Red Mountain, you struck me down as I guarded the treasure you bound me by oath to defend. But remembering our old friendship, I would forgive you, and raise you high in my service. So, right. Dagoth might be perfectly willing to have a nice chat with me if he's convinced that I'm Nerevar. In fact, here we go. Lord Dagoth bids you come to Red Mountain. For the friendship and honour you want shared, he would grant you counsel and power if only you would pledge that friendship anew. I'm not your Lord Dagoth, yet I too would say to you, do you come with weapons to strike me down, or would you put away your weapons and join me in friendship? Okay. Well, speaking of, yes, enemies, given that's what you said to me, Lord Dagoth would far rather have you as a friend than an enemy, but until you submit to him, our servants will treat you as an enemy and try to destroy you. If you wish to be our friend, go to Lord Dagoth in his citadel on Red Mountain and make your submission. I know I can just get to Red Mountain, or at least I could get inside the ghost fence, like you just go via Ghost Gate. Is this possibly the time to go and speak to Dagoth himself? I don't know. Okay, I've been through everything he's saying, meaning I've got nothing to say but, goodbye. Are you about to cause trouble, by the way? Hello, are me and you cool, or are we... Oh, we are not cool. Okay, hang on. So, right, it turns out we're not cool. And he's immediately started doing an ash feast on me. But that's just going to be damage over time, presumably. So, okay, that we can counteract, okay? Down a health potion. Do not underestimate this guy. Drink some booze. Seriously, good idea. And yeah, get out my lovely, lovely paralyzing weapon. If we can we actually hit you? And right, we can paralyze you. You're not immune to paralysis. That's good. So, okay. The question is, what are you? Because you're sort of a weird, like, I don't know, anteater creature. This is possibly what Corpus turns into. If you, like, you know, leave it long enough, pick at the scabs, etc., etc. So, okay. How tough are you and what's happening to me right now? No, that's just the booze I drunk. That's on me, okay. And I was about to say, let's cast some magic over time on him. Can't do that because I just got myself incredibly drunk. So instead, right, we're just going to be hitting you with, okay. Paralyze him and knock him down. Even as my master wills, you shall come to him in his flesh and of his flesh. I don't know what that means, but okay. Sounds like, you know, a bit of an invitation, and there's an amulet here that I can use to drain my personality. I'm going to take that just because, you know, it feels important, and okay. Dagoth has apparently just left a note for me on his underling. Well, that's bloody nice of him. So, okay, let's get cooking Dagoth's take on what happened in the fight at Red Mountain. So, once we were friends and brothers, Lord Nerevar, in peace and in war. No houseman ever served you better or more faithfully. Much I did was at your command, a great cost to myself and my honour. Yet beneath the Red Mountain, you struck me down as I guarded the treasure you bound me by oath to defend. It was a cruel blow and a bitter betrayal to be felled by your hands. Yeah, but what was this treasure? Because that's the first time anyone's ever mentioned, like, a treasure that Dagoth was guarding. And once again, an invitation. Come to Red Mountain. Still, mosey inside to, yes, the lovely area he was hanging out in. And once again, feels like ash statues. On this occasion, yeah, all the slots are empty. This might be where they're coming from, potentially, and once again, bells. But why? What do the bells mean? What's the point of the flipping bells, though? Hello there, sexy. Sixth House Bellhammer, you say? Though tragically, yes, as fun as it is to be using a bellhammer, yeah, it's not standing up to Veloth. It doesn't have as much condition, it doesn't do as much damage. Does it look cool? It looks pretty cool. They're also a tiny bit skinny, in a way, and also, oh blimey. It's probably pretty heavy too. Right, you could just stay here, that's fine. Oh, and I'm suffering from Corpus, by the way. So, right, I can fix that, right? I think I can fix that. Okay, I swear at some point, someone gave me some Cure Blight potions when I was going into, you know, a nasty area. I swear I've got some of that. Here we go. Cure Blight disease. Right, drink some of that. And much better. Good, 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 good. Oh, and we've got some good loot here, so... okay, what is it with those amulets? And just, you know, having your own personality drained. That's weird. That's very weird. That's just a common amulet. But I do say... hang on. Glass boots. Now that's a valuable. Possibly, yes. All these naked sleepers we see around, they show up in armor, gets taken off them, dumped in this box just to keep it out the way. Oh, hilariously, yes, my journal does say, with his dying breath, he pronounced a curse on me, and now I have corpus. Okay, so... oh. Okay, so he gave me, like, super corpus, because apparently now, yes, that potion didn't do anything. Sorry, I was feeling really smug there for a second. Turns out I shouldn't have been feeling smug, because I've now got corpus. Just out of interest, like, how bad is this gonna get? If I wait just 1 hour, is that okay? If it is getting worse, it's getting worse slowly. Still, I do feel like, yes, this might be a thing we want to prioritize. So, how about we just recall out of here? There might be a few more monsters in, yes, the, what was it, Tainted Marrow or whatnot. But I've currently got corpus. Probably best we, like, sort that out. So, just nip it back to Balmora. Beautiful. On the way past to make some good money selling some of the loot from, yes, that location. And yeah, with those glass boots in particular, oh, Wayne, my dear older friend, though, okay, at this point, yeah, my heavy armor is at 44. I'm guessing we're basically almost done with our ability to, yes, train in a heavy armor to force up my endurance, then just get the money back by selling him the boots. Okay, he's got me up to 51, which is actually pretty decent in terms of, yes, an endurance level right there. That's my money gone, so in which case, to, yes, match those glass greaves I sold you previously, my friend, here's some lovely glass boots. And okay, 3 more levels gets me to 54, so that is endurance maxed out for this level, but yeah, surely, pretty imminently, he's going to be telling me he can't train me any further. Oh, also, everyone's now just yelling at me about corpus disease. You can't get cured of corpus, get away and... John, that potion said blight disease, didn't it? Yes, the whole point of corpus is there is no cure. Like, people just get sent to the Corpusarium, or whatever it was called, where we told that pilgrim to go, so, right. That would be why that potion didn't work, because blight and corpus aren't the bloody same thing. Okay, Caius, so, good news and bad news. So, the shrine is no longer a threat, and I've been promoted to Traveller, which I definitely shouldn't be, because I swear I don't meet the criteria, but, you know, Caius just seems to promote me anyway. Good for him. Yeah. The corpus, that's more of a concern, but, apparently, he's got good news in that department. I canvass my informants for possible treatments, just in case you contracted the disease during your mission. And I learnt from Fast Eddie, your best chance of getting cured is Dagoth Gares, an ancient Telvanni wizard who runs yes, the Corpusarium. I knew about that place thanks to my work with the temple. The problem is, yes, I didn't know where it was, so if you can, like, put it on my map, that does seem like a good idea. So, take this artifact and 1,000 gold, and go to Telvanni. The lad will like the artifact, and a gift might sweeten his disposition, so, okay. Luckily, yeah, if he's Telvanni, I'm Telvanni too, so hopefully, yeah, he'll be a bit more on side with me. And once that's done, okay, Caius has got a plan to get those prophecies from the heretic priests. The problem being, yeah, curing the corpus feels like the priority. And as I probably would have expected, right, the tower in question is southwest of Sadrith Mora, so on one of the islands in that bay. So okay, that bit of the world, Caius, I do actually know pretty well. so that's not too much trouble. And yeah, in Wolverine Hall, we can get detailed instructions if we need them. And you know what? I think this is going to work out just perfectly because, oh yeah, there's a few locations in this bit of the world I could definitely swing by in quick succession. Just the north of, Mount Cand, there's the Dwemer Ruin that Winter wanted me to go and visit. And then, barely up the road, right, there's another camp of Ashlanders, and that's important. Because that was a location that's going to let me, yes, track down someone who needs assassinating for the Morag Tong. And from there, barely over the water, right, Telfia, so, okay, I would say, having, taken out one of Dagoth's more dangerous subjects, how about we call it a part there? But next time, right, we're going back into the Ashlands to undertake a rather interesting journey, involving Dwemer Ruins, assassinations, and a giant sexy Talvani Tower. So hopefully you join me for that. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been Morrowind. Thank you very much, and goodbye. So okay, I've been outwitted by a butterfly and beaten up by a fish.
Stop right there, criminal scum!
I didn't steal anything! I'm sorry, I touched the shoes while I was shoe shopping! Okay, I feel like I may have just, walked in on something. What about this person? Can we talk to this person?